I'll be careful not to taint anything that could be used in court.
Good girl.
Okay, the coast is clear.
Oh, the things I do for love.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here, even under these sorry circumstances.
Yeah, me too. Okay, I'm gonna help you go through all these bags.
You know, your dad would have a heart attack if he knew you were here.
You know, if you knew I was, trying to help clear Jessica.
Still, I shouldn't let you touch anything.
It's okay. I will be very careful, I promise.
Okay. We have to find something that could prove that your sister didn't kill those men. Your father would die if he even suspected she was the one who committed those murders.
Well, he won't, all right? We will find the real killer. I promise.
You're here. They released you from prison.
Yeah, they did. With an apology, no less. It's over. It is finally over.
What, you mean?
Yeah, I mean, we can be together. We're gonna pick up just where we left off. I love you, Fancy.
Fancy. Fancy. I'm talking to you. Do you want to see the blackmailer or not? Of course I do. Where did you hide him? You'll see. But don't get any ideas, okay?
What do you mean?
Once Luis is freed from prison, because of my capturing the blackmailer, he's coming home with me. What? You heard me. Luis belongs to me.
You have really lost it.
No, you have lost
Excuse me. Hey, ladies, knock it off. We need to focus on that blackmailer, okay?
Look, just promise me.
Teresa, listen. Whatever this monster has to tell me, it's not gonna change a thing, I promise. We love each other, right? We'll work it out. Don't worry about it. Oh, no.
What?
No.
Oh, my God.
Wait, don't tell me it's gone.
No, this can't be.
You said you tied it up. You said it couldn't get away.
I did.
Ah, he's gone. He escaped.
No.
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
You're going to cause misery and mayhem wherever you go. I know you're just going to do unspeakably awful things and make Mummy so proud. A dream? Well, what was it? Tell me, huh? Were you casting evil spells? Creating widespread panic among the innocent mortals of Harmony, huh? Were there plagues and locusts and frogs raining down in torrents of frogs, huh? Puppies? Oh, dear.
Hey, you like?
I can't believe you did this.
Well, you've been going at it for so long without a break, and I figured, use a little food and maybe a sip of wine.
I can't. I can't. Not now that I'm trying to clear Jessica of these horrible murders.
Look,
no.
it will only take a few minutes, and it may give you a burst of energy, right?
You're right. I'm getting tired. But just for a minute.
Okay, I will pour the wine.
And I'll finish this bag while you do that. Noah, look at this.
What?
It's a piece of mirror. It was found with one of the dead bodies, cut up in his clothes. It could have a print on it.
Brilliant and beautiful.
There's a fingerprint kit on Sam's desk.
Oh, I'll get it.
So, I just have to dust it for prints, and...
And what?
And what if it backfires? What if I find a print and it turns out to be Jessica's? It'll be just one more piece of evidence linking her to the murders.
You said he couldn't get away. You said you tied him up.
She did, Fancy. This wasn't strong enough.
Well, this was our only chance of clearing Luis. Now he's gonna be executed as planned. How could you do it, Sheridan? How could you let him escape?
I didn't!
Oh, then what do you call it?
What's going on here? Is that you, Sheridan? What's all this yelling about?
Father Lonigan, where did you go? You let the blackmailer get away!
He's gone?
Father, it's Ethan. Apparently, the blackmailer got loose and he did escape.
Oh, dear, I'm so sorry.
Well, sorry doesn't cut it!
Sheridan.
The phone rang in the rectory. It was an urgent call I'd been expecting from the family of one of our dying parishioners.
Oh, great. So now Luis has to die because you had to answer the phone.
Sheridan, take
You're
it
sure it's not still in the church?
We're positive, Father. How long were you on the phone?
Oh, for a little while. They needed some counseling.
You know, Father, you should have come and gotten me to watch the blackmailer. I'm telling you, it was here.
Then you should have made sure it couldn't escape. It's not fair to blame Father Lonigan for your carelessness.
Hold on, Fancy, hold on. It's a good thing that they weren't here when this thing escaped, okay?
How can you say that? Luis is slated to die almost immediately.
If Sheridan and Father Lonigan were here when that thing got loose, they both could be dead right now, and the thing would have escaped anyway.
Okay, so we didn't hurt them tonight. Good, but now he's out there somewhere on the loose and no doubt angrier than ever. Who knows what he's gonna do next?
Yes, but not a cute, cuddly little puppy, Dora. Oh, how about a nice scaly iguana? They can be quite terrifying, you know, especially when they get older, all that slipping and sliding around. I know. How about a baby rat? They get very toothsome, and you know they just love the garbage. Oh, you two could have such fun playing together, huh? I know. An opossum. Hey, what about an opossum? They're as mean as Hades, you know. We could go right into the park with a flashlight and pick one out of a tree. I'll get the cage. No, you don't, Endora. No, the bad little witches don't like puppies. You're just confused, Endora. I don't know why puppies came into your dream, but they certainly are not intended for your real life. Now, we don't want to give the Witches Committee any more cause for concern, do we? No. No cute puppies for the wicked likes of us. I know. I know the perfect pet for my naughty little witchling.
I had him. It was right here.
And you let him get away. Your desperation to impress Luis was all he needed to escape. You could have called Ethan first, but no, you had to call Luis and brag about what you'd done.
Okay, take it easy. Look, going at each other's throats is not going to help anything here.
Yeah, I just want her to know I'm on to her.
Sometimes I don't know if you really love Luis.
A lot more than you do.
I sense you're carrying a heavy burden tonight. Is it about your brother Luis, or is it something else?
I've just done something terrible. Father, I've committed the worst sin. And I just feel really guilty.
Oh, but you weren't even here earlier. It was Sheridan who feels terrible about the blackmailer getting away.
No, it's not that, Father. It's the fact that I'm actually happy that the blackmailer got away.
Excuse me?
He knows my secret. And if he were found, he would have told. So I'm happy he's gone. Now do you see what a sinner I am?
You are my passion for life.
Of course you want the blackmailer to be captured, Teresa. Getting this man into custody could spare Luis's life.
I don't want him to die, Father. I really don't.
Teresa, I've known you all your life. I baptized you. I gave you your first communion. I confirmed you. Surely you know that you can trust me.
But it's not that,
You need
Father.
to talk to someone, my child. You seem so troubled.
Both of you, just calm down. We need to think.
We need to go, Father. Please.
We need to come up with a strategy. Look, Father Lonigan and Sheridan, they had extended conversations with this blackmailer, right? Maybe there was a detail in those conversations that didn't seem important at the time that we could use to, I don't know, locate where this thing is.
I've got a better idea. Yeah. The duct tape.
The duct tape, what about it?
Well, the blackmailer was tied up with the duct tape, so there's bound to be some residual hair or DNA tissue on it.
That's true.
So we can have the police lab analyze the tape, see if there's anything on it, and then run it through the state and federal DNA databases.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. But we have to be quiet about it.
I don't understand.
We know that this blackmailer has connections all around the community, maybe even the police department. I don't want to tip him off.
Good point. I know. We'll use the Crane lab unofficially. Perfect. Okay, I'll get back to you.
Good idea.
She accuses me of playing hero for Luis.
Sheridan, she wants the same thing that we all do, to catch this freak so it doesn't hurt any more people, okay? Why don't we concentrate on that instead of going at each other?
You're right, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, let's talk about those conversations you had with this thing. Was there anything that he said that was peculiar or strange? Anything?
Actually, one thing. It did mention personal Crane family photo albums. Not the ones that are used for press, but the family ones.
You mean the ones locked in the Crane vault?
Yes. And it mentions specific photos. Ones that I know have never been made public.
How would this thing know the contents of the Crane vault?
I don't know, but it's obvious that Blackmailer hates the Cranes more than anyone.
A lot of people hate the Cranes. That's nothing unusual.
Maybe not, but how did it gain access to the Crane family vault?
Who is this?
I know how to get your mind off cute little puppies. Oh, forget Rover. You just want a pet to play with, that's all. Fulfill my daughter's wish with a pet that loves to eat fish. Hello, kitty. There you are, sweet bee. Your very own black kitty cat. Every bad witch needs a black kitty sidekick. I've often thought I should trade Fluffy in for a feline of the proper color. Here you are, your new best friend. Huh? You can grow up together like Mummy and Fluffy did. Oh, the mischief and mayhem you two will cause. Endora, what have you done? No, Endora. This won't do. Bad witches are supposed to have black kitties. That's all there is to it.
What if what we're doing backfires, Noah? What if all we find is more evidence tying Jessica to the murders?
Look, we are bound to find something with Jessica's fingerprint on it, okay? I mean, we know she spent a lot of time in that motel room with the victims, and God, it is so hard to think about my sister as a streetwalker.
It's not her fault that she was sleeping with men in motel rooms, okay? Spike gave her drugs and made her think that she wasn't worth anything.
Even still, I don't think she's capable of murder.
I don't either. But all this stuff...
Look, we're bound to find a lot of stuff that points to Jessica. But if we are thorough, then we will find something that'll lead us to the real killer. And that's what we're looking for.
I'm so glad you're here. I'll start with this mirror fragment. I just hope if there's a print on this, it's not your sister's. Okay. I'll get this to the crime lab. No, quick, hide.
I don't believe this.
Oh, this won't do. This won't do at all. No. If I was a proper bad witch, this would be a black kitten. I'm gonna have to get rid of this white one. Okay. I'll give Indora a new black kitten in the morning. That's what I'll do. I'm going to have to turn you into a bad little witch. A crone in training, worthy of the respect of the masters of our dark side. You're gonna have to learn to like snakes and snails and bats and slugs and... That's more like it, Indora. I can see you're thinking of scary things now, not puppies.
You got the duct tape I dropped off? Right, I need you to run tests on that right away. See if there's any match with the hair or tissue in the DNA database, and I'll monitor the results from the mansion. I don't care what you were about to do. This takes precedence. Oh, yeah, one more thing. No one can know what you're doing. Is that clear? Okay, good, as long as you understand. All right, please let this lead us to the blackmailer. If anyone can do it, it's the Crane Lab. Okay. I should be able to watch the lab results from here. That's it. Now find a match. Please find a match so we know who this damnable blackmailer is. I know. You hated every minute of tonight.
No, I didn't actually. Yes, wearing this monkey suit, I kind of felt like a waiter, but I had fun actually.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't mind me dragging you off to that dinner party with so many stuffy people?
Honestly, you could drag me off to Siberia in the dead of winter, and I would feel like the luckiest man alive if you were on my arm.
Wow.
Wow? No. No wow. You know how I feel about you. You know I love you more than life itself.
Every time you say that, it's as if it were the first time. I don't deserve you.
Oh, what? No. I'm the one who hit the jackpot. By the way. Well, guess now's as good a time as any.
For what?
Well, I have a confession to make.
It's not about another woman, is it?
No, not in the slightest. A while ago, I was really scared.
Of what?
Of what? What? In jail? That we weren't going to be together? That I wasn't going to get out before I was... Yeah.
Executed?
Yeah. Most of the time I had faith, but there were some pretty dark moments.
You never said anything.
Well, I
to
didn't
me.
want you to know. I didn't want you to give up. Hope every time you came in, you were so loving and supportive. Even when you were dressed as that crazy guard. I don't think I could have made it without you.
I was scared too, Luis.
Yeah?
Terrified. I mean, I didn't want you to see, but there were so many days and nights I thought I was gonna lose you. And I was afraid that monster would win.
Yeah. It was like we were having some sort of nightmare that I couldn't wake up from, right? But hey, we have, right?
Cheers. Thank God.
Yes,
It's finally over.
finally.
And we are finally where we belong.
What are you doing here? What?
Wait, what are you doing? Luis was
Sorry.
proven innocent.
I'm sorry.
Sam!
We have new evidence.
No, Sam.
Evidence that proves Luis is guilty of all the attacks and murders after all.
Are you kidding? This
You're
is
going
crazy.
back to death row. Execution is slated for tomorrow.
No, please,
Sam,
God, no, please.
Let's go.
Sam, what the hell are you doing? I'm innocent.
Please, Lord, let me find the blackmailer so Luis can be freed. He can't die. He just can't.
You're not going to believe what I just found out.
What's that?
Someone sent some of the evidence boxes to storage.
You mean evidence in this case?
Exactly. Someone tagged them wrong. You're only dealing with half the stuff here.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, I guess. Well, this will keep you busy tonight anyway. I'll have the rest of the stuff sent over tomorrow. Look, I hope with all these bags and boxes that we can find something that will lead us to the killer. You haven't found anything yet, huh?
Oh, no, sir. Nothing yet.
All right. Keep at it.
Will do.
Paloma, one more thing.
Yes, sir?
It's a little awkward. It's not about the job. It's personal.
Oh.
It's about my son, Noah. You know, I know you two have been getting close lately, and, I don't think it's a good idea.
If it's because I work for you.
No, that's not it at all. I mean, I don't think it's a good idea because I don't think he's good for you. You know, I think you should break it off now before it gets more serious. You know, and he's my son, but I gotta tell you, it'll ruin your life.
Was there anything at all the blackmailer said that would clue us into his or her identity?
Besides mentioning the Crane family vault, not really. I mean, it took credit for all the horrible things that have happened in Harmony over the last few months, but that's not telling us anything we didn't already know.
Well, I figured Luis and Miguel's problems, and this thing has been tormenting Teresa, too.
Even Grace Bennett's death. It had a hand in that, too.
This is unbelievable. I mean, it's one thing to wreak revenge on the Crane family, but this freak is going after good, decent, innocent people. I mean, who the hell would do this?
I don't know. I've been racking my brain, and I can't figure it out. I just want to find this creature so that Luis isn't executed. I just live for the day when he comes home to me.
Sheridan, Luis loves Fancy. If he's coming home to anybody, he's coming home to Fancy.
Over my dead body. Luis and I belong together. He loves me, not Fancy.
Okay, this has to work. The lab will match up that monster's DNA, and we'll finally know who's been framing Luis all along. But there isn't much time. Hurry, please hurry.
So? Seems like you got something on your mind.
Yeah, there's something I have to tell you, honey. Something big.
Well, what is it? You're scaring me.
Oh, no, there's nothing to be afraid of. Everything's fine. No, it's, it's perfect, actually. I mean, we we're gonna...
No. You are not about to tell me what I think you are.
What do you think I'm trying to tell you?
You pregnant? We having a baby?
In 7.5 months. I mean, I suspected it at first, but I wasn't sure until I went to the doctor today. But it's true, Luis. We're gonna have a beautiful little baby.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, wow.
Then that means you're happy about it?
Happy? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Oh, my God, I am the happiest man on this planet. Oh, I love you so much.
Please let me find the monster who's trying to steal our future from us. Please.
Teresa,
Father.
you told me you were carrying a secret. It seems to have tormented you terribly.
I can't tell you, Father.
Yes, you can tell me. If you like, we can treat it as a confession. You know I'm bound by God to keep it between the two of us.
Okay. The truth is, Ethan's Ethan's father.
He's always thought of the boy that way.
No, Father, I mean, he's really his father biologically.
And Ethan doesn't know.
No. And this blackmailer, he's threatened to tell everybody if I don't do exactly what he wants.
So that's why you married Jared Casey, then?
Exactly, yeah. And I'm hurting him too, Father. And this blackmailer, you know, he wants Ethan for himself. So he's told me to stay away from him. But I can't. I mean, I love him, Father, I do. And you know what? He loves me. But if he finds out that I've been lying to him about his son all this time, I mean, he's gonna hate me, Father. So do you understand why I've been so torn about this blackmailer being caught?
Oh, my child.
I mean, do you remember when Ethan first found out that he'd been lied to about his fraternity? I mean, do you remember what he went through? I mean, do you know how he's gonna feel when he finds out that I've been lying to him about his only son? He's never gonna forgive me, Father. Never.
If you told Ethan when you first found out, he would have been ecstatic.
I couldn't do it, Father. You know, I was afraid. He was still with Gwen, and I was so afraid that Gwen would convince Ethan to take my son away from me the same way they took my daughter from me. And then when Gwen finally left Ethan, you know, I had the chance to tell him the truth. But then I was contacted by this blackmailer. And so I needed to make sure that everyone believed that my son was the Crane heir, so that I could use all the money and all the power to keep my brothers out of prison. And now I've struck a deal with Julian.
What kind of deal?
Well, I mean, he found out the truth. I don't know how, but he knows. So he promised to keep quiet if I give him control of the Crane Empire.
Oh, my dear.
I really didn't have a choice. I'm stuck, you know? Being threatened by Julian, I'm being threatened by the blackmailer. I'm really frightened. You see how complicated this is?
My child, it's no more complicated than you have made it. But there is a way for you to get your peace of mind back.
How, Father? You know, my brother is on death row, and I'm walking around with a huge secret.
That is the problem. You must tell Ethan that he is the father of your son.
No. No, I can't. No, he would hate me for lying to him, Father. I'm not gonna do it.
Teresa, you must tell him the truth.
Father, you gotta tell me that there is another way, please.
Only through contrition and penance.
Okay. I will do penance. What is it?
Your penance is the one thing that you have the problem doing. telling Ethan the truth.
Live your passion. Be a star for a day. This summer, Passions turns up the heat with your favorite characters and Elizabeth Taylor's Passion fragrance. We know you're passionate about passions, so keep watching, and you could win the Elizabeth Taylor's Passion Sweepstakes and a walk-on roll on Passions. For details, go to NBC.com/passions.
I don't know why I was so concerned. You'll never turn out to be a good witch. Even though your father's mortal, Julian is as cold-hearted and callous as any card-carrying member of the dark side. Now, with your genetic makeup, you could turn out to be the wickedest of wicked witches. And until then, Mummy will protect you and keep you safe. And Hades, help anyone who tries to do you harm.
You don't mean that, sir.
I don't take any pleasure in saying this, Paloma, but I'm afraid I do. He'll only cause you grief. End things with him now.
But Noah's your son. I thought you loved him.
I do love him, but I also know him very well. Since you joined Harmony PD, I've felt somewhat protective over you, you know, like another daughter. I'm advising you to end things with him right now. Okay, he's not good for you or anyone else.
What the hell, Dad? How could you?
Okay, you don't know the whole story.
I think I do.
No, you only know what Fancy has been feeding you and everyone else. Going around telling everyone that Luis was over me before she sunk her claws into him. Well, it's not true.
Sheridan, you were the one that married Chris, adopted James. You're the one that moved on,
No,
right?
I never did any such thing. I never stopped loving Luis. I didn't know how to hurt Chris. He was always so good to me.
Well, Luis believed you were over him. I mean, we all did.
You should know better. As if I could ever be over the love of my life. You know what, though? I don't blame Luis. Because he was confused and vulnerable when Fancy moved in on him with her wily ways. She's always been jealous of me. She always wanted what I had. She turned him against me so that she could have him all to herself. Well, I am going to set things straight when he is released from prison.
Look, I don't think we should talk about this anymore right now.
You know, we never have to talk about it again. And just to set things straight, Luis loves me, not that man-grabbing niece of mine. He could never love a woman like Fancy. Not when he and I are meant to be together.
This is it. We're finally gonna find out who's been hurting us. We're gonna be together, Luis. We're finally gonna be together.
I wish I could tell Ethan the truth about his son. Every time I start to tell him, I just can't find the words.
You must try harder, my child. Believe in God and the Holy Mother. Tell Ethan what he deserves to know. He loves that little boy very much, and by all accounts, he loves you as well.
Well, I don't think he's still gonna love me after he learns that I've been lying to him all this time.
You have no other choice, child. Don't you know by now that the truth will come out sooner or later? You said that Julian and the blackmailer know your secret. Both are holding it over your head. How long can you live with the tension of knowing that at some moment, one of them will tell Ethan the truth? Better they hear it from you than from one of them.
I know. I just can't believe I'm trusting Julian on this.
Teresa?
How long have you been standing here, Ethan?
I don't want to have
anything to do with you ever again. Not ever.
I know what the secret is about.
You do.
No.